Jasmine Jasudavicius grew up as a standout athlete, competing in soccer, swimming, and track, just to name a few. But when she met Chris Prickett, her coach and future partner, she also discovered a passion for MMA. In this edition of Fighter Focus, we trace her rise to UFC stardom, exploring the pivotal moments that transformed her into a flyweight force.
She wasn't a pro fighter until she turned 30 years old. It just wasn't in her plans at all until she met Chris Prickett. Chris was an MMA coach, and as Jasmine fell in love with him, she also fell in love with the idea of being a pro fighter herself.
Prior to meeting Chris, I had very little martial arts knowledge. Chris's support was very important to me.
Yeah, baby!
I trusted him to keep me safe and guide me in the right direction. He made me the fighter that I am.
Jasmine Jasudavicius!
I grew up in St. Catharines. Growing up, I was always very active in sports. I was a big tomboy. I did basketball and volleyball. I did rowing even one year. I was probably like top 5 in each sport, but I was never great at one particular one. I remember walking home from school one time. I was kind of just lost, figuring things out. I had just quit my job 6 months ago. Doing the 9-to-5 thing, I just couldn't do it. And I remember just thinking, I would love to just play sports. I think that would be like the dream job. But I thought that there wasn't really like a way of becoming a professional athlete. During that time, one of my friends, she calls me and she says, let's go down to watch the fireworks. It's Canada Day. We end up going down the beach, and my friend was meeting this guy, and Chris was one of his friends. Chris and I started talking and hanging out, and we got along very well instantly.
There you go, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Chris was coaching MMA fighters, and I was intrigued by it, but I didn't know that you could become a professional fighter and make money and have this as your job in your life.
Right around the end of my wrestling career, I got a job coaching at Brock University. I met some of the local MMA guys, so I started working with them, training them, and coaching them.
Chris invited me to come on a trip. He was cornering former UFC fighter Jason Sago.
He's in training camp. This guy's all in. He's training every day.
I obviously knew about martial arts. I'd watched the UFC, but that was my first glimpse into what it's like to be a UFC fighter. They were sparring, and I'm like, oh, let me spar. Jason, he was obviously just playing with me. But afterwards, he's like, you know, you have some like natural ability. You should try doing this a little bit more. Between him and Chris encouraging me, I jumped right into learning the best techniques.
Yeah, I love that look, Jazz. Right hand's loaded, right leg's loaded.
From the first time she started training, she was serious about it. It didn't take long for her to get to the place where she was ready to take a fight.
When I started training, I didn't think about the UFC. I didn't think about being a pro. I was just like, I want to take one fight and see what it's like. I'm going to prepare myself the best that I can possibly be, and we'll see what happens on fight night.
You saw another side of her. She's this bubbly, easygoing person, and in the cage, she is violent and ruthless. It was really affirming she's doing the right work. It gave me confidence that I'm doing the right things as a coach, too.
After discovering fighting, everything in life kind of gets turned down after. Nothing is like it.
The next goal became take a professional fight, and she did that. It was like, oh, this is what she wants to do. She thrived with the crowd. She thrived with the pressure. It was at that point we were like, oh, we can really make a run at this.
After 2 pro fights, I actually was like, okay, now the UFC is my goal.
And here is the Canadian, Jasmine Jasudavicius, a very circuitous route to mixed martial arts. She's 32 years old, made her pro debut a little over 2 years ago.
Going to Contender Series, the stakes are so high. It's either you get a finish and win and you're in the UFC, or you lose and you go back on the regional scene. I knew that this is it.
First round, fights on.
And we are underway.
Brazilians are always very athletic and talented, so I knew that I would have like a good fight on my hands.
Big round for both of these fighters. Oh, wow, good combination from Glystri. And look at that, great takedown.
That is huge for Jasudavicius.
Usually, if you go to decision, then you're not gonna get a contract.
For your winner by unanimous decision, Jasmine Jasudavicius.
The fight turned into an absolute war. I liked what I saw. We're going to give her a shot.
Congratulations, Jasmine Jasudavicius.
All the hard work, everything I've done, it's like in a moment, your life changes. Once I signed that contract, I was very active. My goal was just to become the best martial artist that I can possibly be. That was my mindset.
Stay on top, Jasmine.
Dars!
She tapped! Jasmine Jasudavicius! Oh, Canada!
Having Chris as my coach, I think it's the perfect storm that contributes to my success.
I don't know if it's ever been done before. In such a short period of time, the rise that she's had, to me, it's like, it's almost a miracle that she's got this far.
Oh, beautiful takedown.
Let's go! Let's go!
Got the Dars. She's got the Dars.
Oh, Dars, yep, she's got it. That's tight.
She's got that in
Oh,
tight.
that's tight, yeah.
There's the tap! Jasmine Jasudavicius, biggest fight of her career. She's in the white, former champ Andrade in blue.
My ultimate goal is becoming world champion.
I know she's capable of being a UFC world champion. I truly do.
That's sunk in there. Yep.
Andrade trying to close. She tapped with the other hand. 5 in a row for the budding flyweight contender.
Flawless
Jasmine
victory.
Jasudavicius.
I think it's fate that a chance meeting led us here. My life went on a completely different trajectory. If I hadn't went and met Chris that night, I don't know what I would be doing. We had to meet in order for us to be on this path together, and the relationship that Chris and I have built, it's unique and rewarding and fulfilling and just an amazing journey. Martial arts is something that can change someone's life. It did for me.